Hello, this is the long-awaited Decklist video. I'm about to start local, so I'm gonna go over it pretty fast. Green, purple, Luffy Decklist. I'm gonna quickly go over the decklist, and I'm gonna talk about the matchup spread in this format briefly. I'm gonna make a separate video, like breaking it down more and going over like in detail what you need to do per matchup. But yeah, let's get into it real quick. I'm gonna start with the core of the deck that doesn't really change. It's kind of just like the cards you always want to use, no matter the format. It's gonna be 4 Sunset Nami, you know, just the searchers. 4 more Namis, more searchers. 4 Spud, best card in the deck. Get your ramp and shit. 4 Zoro, second best card in the deck. Everything replaces itself, it's too good. 3 Rush Luffys. I tested out the double attack Luffy. I ran 2-2. I really gave it a chance, but honestly, I just don't like it. It kind of just makes, whenever you add the green stuff in, I tried so many of the green Straw Hat cards. When you mix in the green stuff, it makes it like too inconsistent, I want to say. It's just not good enough to really change the core of the deck. So I just went for more of a old school, like searching a lot, Sanji pudding, spam. Just I kept it true to its core, and it's just a lot more consistent, and it's nice. But yeah, 3 Rush Luffy. When I cut it down to 2, I hated everything. I always wanted the third one because I never want to pick this up off of a search unless it's like the best. Like, this is never going to be the best target, but like if you're doing a bad search and you don't have one in hand, you can grab it. But I never want to have to grab this. I'd rather grab like a Zordra or Spud or literally a Gungam Giant 2K, anything else. But whenever there's 2 in the deck, I feel like I have to grab it or I'm just not going to see it. So I'm never going to lower this again. It's always going to be at 3. But yeah, 3 Rush Luffy, and then we have, for the 2Ks, only 8 2Ks. Back in the day, I ran 10 with 2 for Nosuke, but I'm only running 8. 4 Uso, 4 Sanji, standard, and then 4 Gum Gum Giants, best card in the game. So that's the core. This is the part you're never gonna touch really, and this is the more of like the cards per format you're in that can like go in and out of the deck based on what the meta looks like. Some of these cards I just wouldn't take out normally, but I guess they're still considered like tech cards, I guess. But this Nami, I don't think that many people run it. Actually, I saw a winning list running 4 and not running DMG. I think that's a mistake. I have 2 and 2. Like usually, I always run 2 of 2 of these cards, DMG and Nami. Because well, DMG can rest Dawn and blockers. I could see why people would just run 4 Nami. But not running Nami at all is just a bad decision. You should always run at least 2 Nami. This card's broken, infinite value. It's a really good defensive play, and it's a really good attacking play if you just need to like kill some weenies or literally do anything, get cards out of hand. It's so good. So, but DMG, like, come on now. DMG's won so many games. We can't take this out of the deck. This card's broken. You can rest Dawn, so they can't use their events, rest blockers, and you can't grab the Nami off of the Nami searchers. So if you're searching and you need a DMG and you don't run them, and you just run 4 Namis, you can't grab this. So you have to naturally draw into this, but you can search out the DMG. So that's why I run 2 and 2. It just works for me. I think it's very consistent. So, yeah. And then we have, I'm gonna put that back with the events, so it's like in order and shit. And I run the 1-Up Brook. I tested it whenever everyone was putting the 1-Up Brook in their deck, and I really like this card. I think it's just fucking hilarious. It's so funny. I want to run this as like a 2-of or a 3-of just for fun, but realistically you can't do that. It's just a 1-of to like cheese out games whenever you need him. To swing twice, rest literally whatever you want. It's a broken card. Love it. It's so fun winning games with this card. This is hilarious. Yep. And then we got the 2 DMGs. I think one of this, I mean, you don't need to run it. If you want to run something else, you can, but I think 1 is really good just to have it as like a trump card type of thing. So yeah, I would run the 1. But yeah, we got the 2 DMG. We already talked about that. And then, come on now. We all know what this does. stun the board forever glitch. We're just gonna stun the board the whole game glitch. I'm strong event, plus 3k counter, stun 2/7 cost or less for 3 Dawn, broken. So I know people run like it's like 2 of these or like 3, and then they run 4 Luna. Bro, I don't know. I don't know what people are doing with GP nowadays, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Just run 4 of these because it's a plus 3k event and it can stun, and like run 2 Luna. You don't need 4 Luna. I feel like that's ridiculous. Maybe 3 if you really want a third one. If you're already running 4 of this, I don't think you need 3. But if you really want to run 3, that's fine. But definitely don't run 4 because that's just way too bricky. And yeah, on paper you just board stun every turn, but I board stun every turn and I only run 2 and 4. So you don't need more. 3's fine. 4, definitely don't run 4 Luna. I think this is a perfect 2 of card. Maybe put it up to 3. It's up for discussion. If you have the room, I don't really have the room. I like my list where it's at. But if you have the room and you don't like something that I'm running, then just cut it out for a 3rd Luna, I guess. But yeah, 4 I'm strong events to stun their board. You just spam stun, and it's counter if you need it to counter. And then the 2 Luna. So my argument for this, by the way, my argument to run 4 of these instead of Luna is it's searchable, so you can grab it off of all your searchables. You can't, or from all your searches, you can't search Luna. So if you're running 2 of this and 4 Luna, and you have to find one of these, like I had a game where I had to find one of these against Sabo, and I searched it out because I have a 4 of. But you can't search this out. So running 4 of this just makes more sense because it's searchable, and it's like and it's a counter event, so it's not like, I mean, it is a brick, but you can, if you have a Dawn up, it's still counter. So it's not natural counter. But yeah, you're gonna draw into this, if not this. So you're always gonna have board stun. You don't need to stun the whole board. You just 2 is enough. You bait the blocks from Sabo, you stun the Sabos. It doesn't matter. Your matchup into Sabo, or not Sabo, I'm saying Sabo. Lucy, sorry. Your matchup into Lucy is really good anyway, but then just stunning 2 of their Sabo blockers is just more than enough to win the game, because if they don't have their Sabo blockers, they lose. That's just how it is with Lucy. And also against Purple Enel, you know, like Sky Island, Luffy. I've been testing against all these decks. This is more than enough stunning 2 guys. And then saving, like, if you have both of these in hand, use this one early game. And then once they have like 3-4 bodies, then you can just run pop the Luna. But yeah, I think stun infinitely is kind of broken. Because every turn you just, you play at your turn, and then you leader effect stun, and you can't really do anything to stop you. Anyway, let's get out of that. Holy cow. We got 3 Momogoro. Okay, so Mammogram. I wanted this to be a 4 of so bad because it's a broken card on paper. Not on paper, in practice too. This is a broken card. It's just a free 1k counter because you just draw. It's hand neutral. I love this deck because everything goes hand neutral. Draw 1, draw 1, draw 1, draw 1. You know, like. So this is just a +1 counter, and it draws. And also, it's a rest chum blocker if you need to. It's not really super important, but you can if you need to. I've never used that effect before so far. But yeah, I wanted to run 4, but I ended up taking the 4th one out because you run a lot of like events and like tech cards. So when your hand's looking like Mamagran or Manogram, whatever the fuck, and then like these events, Namis, and you don't have your core, it kind of gets like a little sketchy. So I think 3 is good. 3 is enough to where you find it, and like I feel like 4 is too much when you're running 4 of this and like a bunch of Lunas and yeah, all your stuff. But yeah, 3 Mammograms, 1 Divine Departure. This list is more like I ran a bunch of. When you're running the green cards, you run a lot of 1Ks. So I didn't have this in, but when I switched to this list, it has a lot more bricks. So I just kept the 1 Divine Departure in because why not? Because you can break up a little bit, but it's most of the time fine. Go down to 1 life, and then you're gonna have counter in hand. You got your giants to filter. You have the divine departure, your counter events, and then you have 2 merry ghost sages and 2 searcher events when you're at CU5 pirates. Just for consistency, it's really solid consistency. Another searcher to find your spuds or your Zoros, and this can search out Nami if you need an emergency Nami. This can search out Nami. It can search out all your events, except for Mammogram and Divine Departure, obviously, and Luna, but I'm mostly talking about the counter events. But yeah, just emergency search. It really helps with the consistency a lot. Like, I changed these 4 cards. Like, I took out 4 cards and put these 4 in, and then, like, the change was drastic. I felt my hands just being so much better, and I felt so much more impressive when I switched with these, or when I put these 4 cards back in. In the stage, it just draws 1, and it plays around Zeus. I don't think the Robin promo is worth playing. It's a neg 1 out of hand when you play it. It's not worth playing against Enel. Enel can clear it too easily. It's not really worth playing against Sabo, because if they're pitching 2 cards for the Fire Fist event, then you're winning anyway because they're going down in hand so much. So the Robin promo kind of stinks right now. I'd say at like a regionals or something, if I don't know, when Emu's back in the picture, you have to run Robin promo. There's no like way around it. If you don't have Robin promo and you go against Emu, you're kind of just cooked. But for now, we're running the stage because this helps a lot into the blue-yellow Nami matchup. It's honestly not that bad from what I play tested. I know a lot of people have been struggling with it. With stage, it kind of is like, I'm not gonna say it's easy because it is close, but I win more than I lose most of the time against that matchup with this stage. So they can't Zeus you, and then it draws a card, buffs your dudes. They can't Perona if they're running the Thriller Bark package, which they probably are because every Nami's playing it. They can't stun your Spuds or your Rush Luffy with the Perona trigger. They trigger out Perona, play it, and then stun. They can't do that. Yeah, it kind of kills the Thriller Bark package too. And yeah, that's basically the list. So yeah, to go over the matchups, Sabo is, sorry, not Sabo, Lucy. Lucy's pretty easy. You let them do their thing. They want to always go Cav into Sabo, and they do their Fire Fist. They reduce one of your dudes, whatever. And if they pitch 2 cards, you win. If they don't, it doesn't really matter because then they swing with Cavendish. You just, on your next turn, you bait the block out of the Sabo, and then you just stun their board. Like, I've had videos up. You literally just spam stun their whole board every turn, and you just win. It's really not anything crazy. When you swing like a bunch of 7s every turn, they don't have enough resources to keep up with all the 7s you're swinging, especially because they're a 4-life leader. But yeah, so Sabo or Lucy isn't that bad. What else? Blue Yellow Nami's not that bad either. Whenever you have the stage to counter Zeus and the Thriller Bark package, you really just, it's the same thing. You just want to swing as many 7s as possible. You need to watch out for you can go first or second. I usually like to go second with this deck, but there's an argument to go first against Blue Yellow Nami because their first curve is so oppressive and strong that, yeah, I hope the audio is not bad. I have my AirPod in, but their first curve is so oppressive that it can get a little sketchy when they go first, but going second means you have more bodies, so you have more 7 swings. But it honestly doesn't matter. You can pick first or second, whichever you prefer. If you don't want them to have their God curve, then take first. If you want to have your God curve, so Zordro and Assange Pudding and Assange Pudding Zordro, and swing as many 7s as possible, then do that. Just make sure you have the stage. The stage really helps a lot. I know it's only 2-up, but you can search it off of literally anything. So play your stage, grab your stage, play your stage, play around Zeus, don't be stupid, and you're fine. Swing is a bunch of 7s, they'll run out of hand size eventually. Just be aware if they go first. The girl, they're always, their perfect curve, they're always gonna go girl on 3 and then on 5 Dawn. they're going to go Nami, Grill Effect, and swing 7. So on their 3-Dawn turn, they're going to be swinging 7 by playing Grill Effect with the extra Dawn, swing 7, and you're going to take, obviously, because you always take the first swing anyway, like who cares. And they're going to Nami Effect, bring down to 2 life, and then swing 7 again. So you can either take it and go down to 1, or you can give them 2 cards out of hand. It gets a little sketchy if you go down to 1 that early. So I think it is better just to counter with 2 cards. I hate countering. I hate giving 2 cards when I counter, but I think it is just better for the long run of the game if you just give them 2 cards that at the early point whenever they swing 7 after playing Nami. Because they can they can go for a while. You know, they draw off their leader effect, they rob and they heal a lot, Borsellino and stuff. But so yeah, just be careful not to go down to 1 too early with the Nami thing. But then after that, the Nami's just a dead 5-drop. Because you get down to 2 so early that it doesn't really matter. They're going to be playing Robin anyway, but just stun their board, stun their Robins, stun their Namis. It's not really that difficult. It's basically kind of like the Sabo matchup, or the Lucy matchup. Sorry, I keep calling him Sabo because that's what the deck is. It's just a Sabo blocker. But Sky Island Luffy is really easy. You don't have a problem with that deck. That's just free most of the time. You want to go second every time against Sky Island Luffy. You never want to take first. They want to go second in that matchup because it's easier for them to kind of stay on pace with you if they go second. So just always take second against Sky Island Luffy. And but yeah, that matchup's pretty easy. Even if they do take second, it's not bad. But yeah, what else? Purple Enel. Purple Enel's. Let's talk about that last because that's the only issue in the meta right now. I don't think anything else really matters that much. I can't think of anything. Yeah, Gecko Mori is pretty easy. No one's playing that deck. Okay, so Purple Enel is the only actually tough matchup. That is a grind game, down to the core, and it's you have to play really smart against Purple Enel because of all the resources they have and all the cheeky things they can do with your board. Sorry, your board. And so I'm not gonna go over everything you need to do in this video. We're almost at 20 minutes already, so I'm gonna end it here pretty soon. But that's the hardest matchup in the format is Purple Enel. I wouldn't say it's super unwinnable though. I've won, I've lost. It can get bad, and it could there's moments where you're gonna win, and then there's moments where you're kind of cooked. It can go either way, really. I wouldn't say you're down by a lot. I'd say probably take first if you win dice roll, but going second isn't bad either because you get the draw and you can kind of out-resource them. But when you're going against Purple Enel, never starve with GP. Some decks want to starve Purple Enel, but GP definitely does not want to starve them. But on the other note, always swing at board if they have rested bodies to swing at. At their Holly, always swing at the Holly, no matter what. When in doubt, swing at the Holly. Don't swing at the 6/10s and Ls, because that would be trolling. We're trolling if we're swinging at a 10,000 power body. Come on now. But always swing at the Holly. Clear the Ohm so he doesn't reduce your guys for free every turn. So always swing at these weenies that can swing, the Frankies, the Senior Pinks. Clear these weenies to try to get cards out of hand. If you can get cards out of their hand, then you're winning the game. That's your main goal, is to get cards out of their hand. But if you have nothing else to swing at, then swing at face. Do not starve, because you're going to have to kill them eventually, and you can't survive super long against them, because once you get down to 0, they just swing 16. You can survive 1, maybe 2. On the 3rd one, you're cooked. I'm going to be real, you're cooked. But yeah, swing at board, focus board, swing at life if you have nothing else to swing at. Never starve. If they're low on life and you feel like you're ahead and you can put aggression towards them, if they don't have a huge hand, never give them a huge hand. But if they're low on hand and you're super aggressive and you have a bunch of swings, then you could target face and just ignore board if you think you can kill them. The following turn, not the turn of, obviously. Don't go for lethal too early, but the following turn. So just to put aggression on them, it's totally fine. But early game, just focus on board. That's your kind of win con. But yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm not going to stop hand shuffling, so we should probably stop commenting about the hand shuffling. Everyone does it. Nobody cares. I mean, let's lock in here, guys. Come on now. Yeah, comment any questions, concerns, any specific matchups you want me to talk about. I will reply to all my comments, obviously. We're almost at 400. I'm going for 500. I hope to get 500 pretty soon. Then I'll get a little button you can pay for. I love money. But yeah, see you later.